Hi everybody, this is Yeli, and this is day 69 on a GLP-1, and it's day 5 on Ozempic, right? So I was on, for those of you that are new here, I was 64 days on Mounjaro. I started developing contact dermatitis on the site of injection, and it started getting worse. So my doctor switched me to Ozempic, and today is Sunday, and I took my first shot on Tuesday, and I just kind of want to let you guys know how that's going. So in terms of the shot, if you watched my video where I went over it's a more complicated process to prep the pen and get the shot ready. However, I did not feel any type of discomfort with the shot. Didn't hurt, didn't bother me. And the only thing that was left after the shot was like a very small little red dot where I pinched it, which is just it could be anything, right? I am allergic to some metals, and like a metal allergy could express itself that way, but not like a big splotch. So, the other thing that I haven't updated you guys on is, it's been how many days? It's been 7 plus 5. It's been 12 days or 13 days, I think 12, since I did my last Mounjaro injection, and it's still sensitive. It's still kind of a little bit itchy, and it's kind of faded and it's not raised anymore, but like the faded splotch, it measures 5 inches. So as it was healing from the bumpiness, and it's not purple anymore, so it's kind of red, it still spread more, right? So yeah. As much as I would have loved to continue on Mounjaro, I have a lot of hope with Ozempic, because even if my body now needs to get used to this new drug, right? Because my body was already getting used to Mounjaro, and I was seeing all the benefits. But I do have to say that the one thing so far that I do love about Ozempic is that I do not have the food chatter the same way that I have had it on Mounjaro. So with this, what I mean is, I don't know if this is going to continue this way, right? Because I did have a few good weeks on Mounjaro, but then after that, food chatter was always around. Here, I feel like a more normal relationship with food. It's not that I feel complete appetite suppression, because I'm on the loading dose, and I know that there's a little bit of a setback right now to be expected. Even one would hope there's not, but there is, and I'm going to go into that in this video. But what I was saying too is the fact that even though I don't have like that level of appetite suppression, I am not hungry. I'm not having thoughts of eating all the time. But when I do get hungry, I eat, right? And yesterday, I think it's the first time in all these 69 days, or even more than that I ate pizza. And even though my sugar, like the daily average has gone up, it still managed to spike well. And with this, I also have to tell myself I need to be patient, right? Because I was on 5 milligram Mounjaro already, and I am on 0.25 Ozempic, and the medicine is starting in my body. And even though I was on a GLP-1, I don't know how different these are and what they target and how they work. So maybe my body also needs to get used to it, right? And it might be the case, because otherwise my doctor would have started me on 0.5 instead of coming back to 0.25. So if it weren't for the sugar, I would say that I'm fine, right? The only thing is the sugar. Like even my weight, I maintained my weight. I wasn't even expecting to lose I was actually expecting that I could possibly gain. And I've been very mindful of what I'm eating just because of that, even though I wasn't mindful yesterday and I ate a slice of pizza. So, but I did eat a salad first and made sure to get my vegetables and made sure to get my protein. So where I'm going with this is that I am still making healthy choice or healthier choices, right? And I think this is life. The fact that I hadn't eaten pizza in 64 days, like, you can tell that that's like making healthy choices. And it just happened to be the easiest thing that we had at the moment. And I did get my salad in, and yeah, so anyway, I still strive to stay off any type of flour, just because I don't like how I feel when I have it, and then it makes me a little bit hungrier too, and I don't feel as satiated. So it's not something that I definitely want to be doing, right? And it might be the fact that I'm on a lower dose of Ozempic. Maybe had I been on Mounjaro, I wouldn't have done it. I don't know, but it is what it is, and it's not the worst thing ever, right? I'm pretty good with my meals, is what I want to say. So this morning I also made sure to include an egg with my yogurt for breakfast, and I scrambled a couple of eggs and ate my yogurt. So that was my breakfast. And I had like a late breakfast, like around 10, and it's 1 p.m. And of course I'm not hungry, right? Because I just ate like, what, 3 hours ago. But I do want to say that with Mounjaro, I was having breakfast and I was getting hungry 2 hours later. So in terms of not being hungry, even though I don't have the same level of appetite suppression, it's a weird thing. I don't even know how to explain it, but I don't have the craziness in my head, and I do get hungry more naturally. So I like that part, right? If I were not on metformin, I would most likely be constipated, because even though I'm back on both doses of metformin, so when I was on both doses of metformin, I would actually just get diarrhea. And sometimes it's not even like easy to go, right? So I have to be on top of that. So this means that I just need to drink more water and just be on top of my water, which I'm trying to do. And I think that's working well. And I'm still going. So every single day I haven't had constipation, but I noticed a difference. And I'm just happy that metformin helps me with that. So it counteracts that. And I'm good with that right now too. Now, today is day 5. By day 5 with Mounjaro, I was extremely hungry. So the fact that I'm not extremely hungry is fine. What is the only drawback and the only thing that's making me not concerned, not sad, but that I need to kind of be in a little bit of a holding pattern, waiting to see what happens as the weeks go by, is my sugar. I was averaging 109 in my last week with Mounjaro, and I guess the last week it started going up to 110, 111, because by day 4 after the shot, I started getting like hungrier, and I started seeing my sugar spike up a little bit more. But right now with Ozempic, what I'm seeing is that even though I'm on day 5, and even though my sugars are slowly going up, and like the peak goes higher and it takes more time to come down, so I'm spending more time on higher numbers. I think that once I kind of titrate up, I think that's gonna get better, and quite possibly even better, I'm hoping, than when I was on Mounjaro. So we'll see. I don't know. I know the studies say different things, but I also know that our bodies are individual, and some people do better with one versus the other. So I don't know. Hopefully that's the case for me, and I'm going to do better with this one. So my sugar average right now, my daily average is, at this moment that I checked, it was 119. Today I'm kind of seeing the spike get higher, so I was concerned because up until yesterday the average daily was 117, so it was like 5 points higher. But just the fact that I'm kind of like on a half dose, that wasn't terrible in my mind, because I'm like, I'm not even getting the same amount of dosage that I was getting on Mounjaro. But I have 3 weeks to go, 3 weeks in today, so we'll see how that develops. But also I know that as my body starts getting used to the medicine, this also might get better. I don't know, but eating the same thing that I always eat, and my spike was like 30 points when I was on Mounjaro. My spike this morning with 2 eggs and yogurt was 50. And what did I eat? Like 20 grams of carbs, 25 grams of carbs. That was quite a spike. So yeah, I need to be on top of that, revisit my food a little bit. I do have an appointment with my nutritionist and the diabetes educator, October something. I had to reschedule my second appointment because we were traveling. So now I have it on October 6th, and I'll discuss this with them because I know that my nutritionist wanted me to have like some amount of carbs, and I'm watching my calories, I'm watching everything. So yeah, and the fact that my sugar is going up a little bit has me a little bit more tired. It could also be the GLP-1 effect. I know that it makes a lot of people tired. And like those would be the two things, and some burpiness every now and then, but there's no nausea, there's no dizziness, there's no headaches, there's no diarrhea, there's no constipation, and yeah, there's no numbing nor tingling, nothing, which I'll just have to keep my eyes open, right, as the days go by. So I'm okay. Do I still wish I were on Mounjaro and just seeing my sugars get better each time? Maybe, but I can't even say a definite yes, because I can't say anything until I am done with the first month of loading doses, and then I am on my day 60 of Ozempic to compare how I was on my day 60 on Mounjaro. And I can't make a fair comparison either on how I was on my day 5 with Mounjaro and my day 5 on Ozempic, because I'm not starting Ozempic from nothing. I'm starting Ozempic from being on Mounjaro. So my sugar was way higher on my day 5 with Mounjaro, and I was having some side effects. So, it's very hard to make comparisons, and that's not quite what I want to do in this video, but I'm just kind of sharing my experience. And yes, it's comparison at some level, but they're not really being equally compared, is what I want to say. And the other thing, I always tell you guys, I am not a doctor. I don't pretend to be one. I'm just sharing my experience and what I am feeling, right? And how I'm feeling, and how my sugar is going, and all that stuff. So I saw my doctor on Thursday, which is the other little bit that I want to update you guys on. And she did say that Eli Lilly is aware of the reactions that some of us have been having, but that's all, right? We don't know if they know how to fix it. We don't know if they want to do something about it. And there's kind of like not a specific plan of action. But what I did tell her was, and my allergist kind of told me, unless I get like a placebo, exactly what they put in the inactive ingredients without the Tirzepatide, and then Tirzepatide on its own, that's the only way I could test, right? And I could tell you, well, your allergy is to Tirzepatide, or your allergy is to something on the inactive ingredients. And if they get a hold of that, then I'm happy. to get the test done, just to kind of see what's going on, right? Because I think it's good information to have. Let's say Ozempic doesn't work for me, and let's say I am not allergic to Tirzepatide, but to some of the inactive ingredients, I could always go compound, even if that's going to be costly, but at least, you know, if it's something I can afford and it's health, then that might be a way to go. I don't know. I feel information is always power, and I'm fine knowing a little bit more. So that being said, my doctor was seeing me every other week. She is seeing me in 3 weeks because she said you still have to continue with Ozempic. All these other weeks, we don't expect, since this week you have had no side effects at all. Well, I mean, burpiness a little bit. That's, you know, I don't count it as a side effect. I haven't had any of the negative side effects, right? And she's like, I'll see you in 3 weeks. And she just gave me the CGMs, and she gave me 2s again, because the 3, I love the size. I love that it's smaller. I don't like the software to manage it, though. I feel it's lacking, and it doesn't have as much information. It has some things that I like, but some that I don't. So I just wish they would kind of merge both apps with the best of each of them, because yeah, I think that there's improvements to be done for sure on the patient side, and my doctor was happy that they've done improvements on the doctor's side, but I want improvements on the patient side too. So I guess I'm gonna place a call to Abbott, letting them know the things that I loved from the app of the 2 that I don't see in the 3, because if they add those things, I love the 3. It's smaller, it's more comfortable to have on, and I don't bump it with anything. So, right, I mean, what else do you want in a continuous glucose monitor? Like, I would have it all if that was the case. So I'll keep you guys updated, and let's see how this goes. You know, I'll keep on bringing you along in my journey, and thank you to all that have commented. By now you've seen the videos, and I'm on Ozempic, and it's working. We'll see what happens when I titrate up. Who knows? But for now, it seems to be working, and we're just giving it a shot. And yeah, here I am, not going anywhere just yet. See you in the next one, guys. Bye.